What is it that it means to be alive? See, I think the only real reality we have is the truth. We so often blame others. We blame other things, our situation, our parents growing up, what we had, what we have now, but we never really point the finger at ourselves. A lot of the times when challenging times come, when challenging feelings and emotions hit us, we tend to go in the direction where we want to ease it by doing something that feels good in the moment, something of short term gratification. We never really stop and do the hard thing, which is look at the truth, which is look deep within ourselves. In the Bible, there's the story of Samson, which many of you probably know. My interpretation is this: we are all born with the ability to be confident, to be assertive, to be happy people, to be who we are meant to be. Now, in the story, obviously, Samson falls to lust. He meets Delilah, who ends up betraying Samson, and then he gets weakened. He loses his strength, he loses his power, and then he's put on top of these steps and he's humiliated, right? He's made fun of, he's mocked. And so in life, I believe that our Delilah, it doesn't necessarily have to be lust. It can be anything else. It can be something like gluttony, overeating, right? For example, if someone's trying to lose weight because they're overweight, they may have a bad day at work, and that causes stress, and then that causes them to overeat, right? We're so in love with that one thing that's challenging us, that's stopping us from fully finding our potential, to fully be free. We have that relationship with it where we don't want to give it up, where we don't want to blame it. Although I wouldn't say we should like villainize our feelings, but we don't want to tell ourselves the truth that this may not be good for us, that we are in fact in love with something that is not right for us. Now, because we're ignorant, we give this Delilah trust. We may have a bad day at work and then go order too much food. We may have so many responsibilities, so much homework, work to do, that we spend more time on our phone. Because, again, it makes the thing go away. It makes the challenging feelings go away just for a moment. And so we try to feel alive in this short-term gratification that we forget what's really going on. And what's going on is denial. We do not accept that we're being dumb, that we're being ignorant, that we're lacking control, that we're lacking control of ourselves, of our actions, that there's something bothering us. And we don't want to accept that. We don't want to accept that there's something bothering us within us. For example, with myself, I will watch too much YouTube. I have stuff to do. I have goals that I'm giving myself. But because YouTube is such an easy thing to just watch all day, I do it. And it makes me feel good. And I forget the work that I have to do. I forget my goals. But as soon as I'm off YouTube, as soon as I'm recording a video or exercising and stuff, I realize, oh my God, I just wasted time. I could have been doing this, and this makes me feel a lot better than short-term gratification, than a quick dopamine spike. So because of this denial, we then become blind. In this story, once Samson is captured, he's not just weakened, and put to work, but he's literally blinded. So when he loses his confidence, when he loses his strength, what happens? He becomes weak and he becomes very, very blind. What happens to us when we start creating bad habits, when we start indulging in addictions? What happens? We feel weak and we are blinded to the fact that we're doing something self-destructive. And so in this story, Samson has one thing left, and that is his faith in God, which ends up being his true source of strength. And so that means to me that we are all born with this right to be assertive, to be confident, but we also have to learn to lose it. We have to learn to accept losing it, to accept losing our hair, right? Like just metaphorically to the story, our strength, to be at the bottom, to learn to be at the bottom, but not to deny it, to not resist getting to the bottom. It's okay to sometimes realize you're at the bottom, realize you're struggling, realize that you're stuck in addiction and habits that you do not like, and to realize that you're someone who wants to get better, who wants to not resist, not deny it, but learn to get stronger by it, to learn to find your faith in yourself, in your ability, in getting out of bad situations, and to not necessarily blame Delilah or blame yourself, but just be true to yourself, to be who you're meant to be, by being strong, by, as a goal, wanting redemption, wanting to be the hero of your own story. And so that's what I think, that's my interpretation of the story of Samson. I don't think it's only about lust. I think it's about all the things that in life we trust, we love, that are self-destructive, and that we may unconsciously know they are, but we deny it, and we don't want to give it up. So I would say find what your Delilah is in your life and ask yourself, is this right for me? Is this doing me any good? Is this something I want to change? Is this something I'm willing to sacrifice? Or will I continue to keep it in my home, to keep it with me close? Is this right for me? Is this the right action for me? And go from there. And look very deeply within yourself and make the right plan of action. Make a plan. Say, you know what? I've been struggling with stress this past month. I want to do something about that. And what am I doing that's making it worse? Maybe I could be less stressed if I just got more sleep. If I stopped eating so much sugar. So make a plan. Write it down. Make a plan. And seek your own redemption. Seek to find your own truth. To find the truth of what's going on inside of you. It's only scary the more we deny it. It's only scary the more we try to avoid it. Because we know it's hard, we know it's challenging, but we also know it's good for us to seek that challenge, to seek what's beyond that fear. To seek truth is to say and believe that there's a way out, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that there's a way out of whatever hole you're in. And I believe you can do it. And this is part of life. We gotta lose our hair every once in a while. Maybe we get too prideful. You know, we let our ego grow, and we forget, hey, maybe this is not right for me. You know, maybe I'm keeping something in my house that is not doing me any good, and that's going to lead me to a really bad spot. So learn to do that. Learn to be strong spiritually, be rooted and grounded in your own body and in your faith and your confidence in yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it.